Like if you have a job, work at night, work on the weekends, build your business until it makes sense to step into it. Like all these people think it's just like overnight, rip the Band-Aid, I drop everything, quit school, we're going for it. Like it doesn't have to be that way. It can be a slow transition, it can be a test. You know, you have to commit to it and put the work in. Erik Huberman, I'm the CEO and founder of Hawke Media. We are an outsourced CMO to about 500 brands all over the world and have about 150 full-time people that are act as outsourced marketing team to companies. So we go into brands, identify what the holes are in their different marketing organizations, and can spin up different experts all a la carte, all month to month to take over those aspects. Born in Los Angeles, grew up in a small town, and from there, went to college in Arizona, graduated in 2008 and went into real estate and started as a commercial real estate agent. Ended up launching an online music company that was basically one-on-one business coaching for musicians. Found a partner. That partner helped me raise $1 million in 2009, which was kind of unheard of. I started advising and consulting for other businesses on how to grow themselves using digital, and just kept running into the same challenge over and over again, which was when it came time for them to actually execute on digital and actually do the things I was advising them to do. It was always hard because they had two options: hire a team in-house or hire an agency, and just found that hiring in-house, it's really hard for most companies to attract really top talent. The problem is 99% of agencies these days have no idea how to actually build a company. They know how to sell services or sell snake oil, for lack of a better word, but to actually build a business, they're not very knowledgeable on. And the few that are tend to get really expensive, want long contracts, high minimums, something that makes them hard to work with. And so the end result is most companies don't have access to great marketing, and I decided I wanted to solve that. Hired a small team originally, each with their own expertise. So like a Facebook marketer, an email marketer, a web designer, et cetera. Went back to these companies and said everything's a la carte, month to month, cheaper than hiring in-house. Getting it from 6-7 people up to where we are now, it really is just, it may seem like it was fast, but it's just constantly trying to improve and drive forward. So, you know, you're looking for ways to grow your sales side of things. You're looking for ways to retain business better. You're looking for ways to scale your business. And if you keep improving things on a daily, weekly basis, even in a small way, over time, you'll see your business grow and solve problems, get things done, you know, constantly move the ball forward. And over time, again, you look back and you're like, wow, how did we get here? Most people honestly want to go to work, get their paycheck, do their job, and move through life that way. And so as a founder, if your goal is to grow, you got to push them a little harder to, you know, get to really make that progress and find ways to enable people and to empower people. And people don't have access to great marketing. Like if the people or the agencies that are really good at marketing are really hard to work with. They're either expensive, hard to reach, unattainable for some companies. And so we wanted to make it way more accessible, improve the access to great marketing. And so that has been our mission. That's been our driving force. And, you know, in a lot of ways we've succeeded in that. And the goal is to bring that to everyone. Marketing is kind of 3 pillars: awareness, nurturing, and trust. You always need to be creating new awareness for your company. You need to be nurturing that awareness to drive to a sale, meaning like you can't just expect they find out about you and then buy. So continuing to follow up and have methods to keep reaching out to people, and then building trust and validation, whether it's third-party validation, someone saying you're great, press, referrals, you know, reviews, et cetera. Everything together builds this machine that starts to show that you're a real business and that you can be trusted, and that's important. The other part of it is, you know, constantly adding new marketing initiatives that build off what you're already doing. I couldn't count how many challenges or problems I've had to deal with on a large or small scale, from the coronavirus that we had talked about earlier, or, you know, having employees go rogue because people are volatile and that's just the nature of it, to, you know, having a problem client, to having, you know, a problem with our office space, to whatever it is. There's always going to be something. And I think that knowing that and accepting that and coming to terms with that is really the most important part. and then acting accordingly, like using the data that you have, using the information you have, and making logical decisions on how to fix these problems is how you move through that. I worked at a health food store and a restaurant during high school. That's really the only jobs I've had. Yeah, I mean, it just means to me that you kind of own your destiny. And that's what I like about it is, I can think I either fail or succeed on my own accord. And I take ownership for that. And I like that role. At times, like the most recent times, it gets stressful, but the upside is worth the downsides. I didn't get to just go on quarantine and hunker down and, relax and, wait for this to blow over and collect a paycheck. Like I had to, day one, start repivoting my business, adapting to this, figuring out what to do, hypothesizing all the different scenarios because you didn't know where this was going, make sure that I had a plan for if we lost all our business, half our business, 20% of our business, do all these things. And if I didn't, my people would all lose their jobs no matter what I did. It's okay because the positives outweigh it, but sometimes when it's a really bad situation, it gets stressful. It's a lot to deal with. Employing 150 people without laying anyone off through a pandemic, I'd say is probably the biggest achievement. We haven't lost enough business that we've had to cut people out of financial reasons. So being able to fight through this, and it came with a lot of hard work of a lot of people, but we were able to, weather a storm here that I think we're getting out of, and we're already recovering. I just stay in touch with everyone. It's not a hack. That I'd say don't go with anything that seems like a growth hack. If it's not scalable and repeatable, you're wasting your time. I'm all about what is repeatable and scalable to keep doing. And one thing that has worked really well is just stay in touch with everyone. You never know when someone's going to need your product or service or have a deal for your. If you think your business has a chance of success, it just kind of shows, if you don't need to raise money and you do, then you better have a benefit coming from that you think is hyper valuable, or you don't value your business because you're giving up pieces of your business. If you can't, if the business needs capital to grow for whatever reason, then do that. That's it. I'd say one of the mistakes I've made is when I've brought on senior executives, I don't spend enough time with them. You think that you've got this silver bullet. This is not how it worked, but let's say I hire a head of sales. Well, now I don't need to do anything with sales because I got this, expensive sales director or, VP of sales that's going to take everything over. And so then I just here you go. That's off my plate. It's not how it works. You have to spend a lot of time. I'm talking a year plus working with these people to get them up to speed and collaborate because you still have more context on your business. And again, more passion inherently. Ideas aren't really worth anything. You have to, if you don't have the ability to bring your idea to reality, either gain the skills you need to do so or move on. That's my view of it. If you have a great tech idea, but you're not a tech person, unless you have a really trusted person that can partner with you to do the tech, I don't believe you should build that business. And the results are there in terms of the most successful businesses out there were built by people that could build their own business. If you have a job, work at night, work on the weekends, build your business until it makes sense to step into it. All these people think this is overnight, rip the Band-Aid, I drop everything, quit school, we're going for it. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be a slow transition. It can be a test. You have to commit to it and put the work in, but it doesn't mean you have to give everything up to start a business. Not how it works.